up in the jail on the gag, blow. Yeah, glow.
I came in nothing but some raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks. The A with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona.
Daniel Carlson set the kickoff.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go in Glendale. Return coming from the 6. He gets popped quickly. Not a nice feeling or a nice return.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing from near his own goal line. Has him on the quick hitter. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability. And I love that, getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They send him left out of the slot. Jackson now on 3rd. Complete to Mims. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Play fake. Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got it. Looks like the feet are in bounds, too. Oh, I don't believe it. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Hits his running back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They give it to him again. And he only gets this one down to the 9. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
No, we changed it.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He's got it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Return starts from the goal line. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Daniels. Pass complete. That's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That one gains 7. And it'll be first down, Arizona. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go. Street. 18, find it.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He's got time here. He put everything he had into this one. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. He's trying another one deep. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Arizona. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he finds his way up to the 47 before he stopped. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Receiver in motion going left. From the 47. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They have it 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He puts some air under it, deep down the middle. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Baltimore. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returnable from the 1. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. 70.
Daniels from the pistol. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They'll run now on 2nd down. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
19 tight. Come on. Set. Set, go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. That one's complete to London. Jukes one defender, and he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Cardinals first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Ready.
Hand off to the back. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Let's go now. Go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Got a man. It's London. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Go.
Handoff now from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Shut up. Come 19. Come 19. Shut up.
The give here on 2nd. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cardinals can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cardinals tie things up at 14.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Back-to-back carries here. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. The Ravens could break this tie for a halftime lead. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Lamar off to play fake. And down he goes. The Cardinals got there. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Taking a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 25. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Tucker able to tack on the extra points. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Go, Reed, go. Hup.
Now a give running right. No one around. He's got space. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
19 Lions. Stephanie. Hut, hut.
Now Daniels to throw. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is picked up by the Ravens.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
First down. Here's Lamar. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Jackson looking to throw. Flush down out to his left. Took off with it again. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Play action now with Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball, it's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Third and long for him here. Gets this one to Harrison. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Hey, report! Report! Sit up!
Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back. And now it's second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. On the move, headed right. Ooh, look at this, here he goes.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's on the move. Oh, he's keeping it again. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He'll throw it. Forced out to his right. He's on the move. And he goes out of bounds after taking it up to the 40. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Warriors 70. Here we go. Set.
Throwing now, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
So he scooped a fumble, and now he gets home and drops the quarterback for a sack. You know what that tells me about this linebacker? Well, he's not afraid to put his face in the fan and fight through some guys to make some game-changing plays.
Let's go. 18, Pioneer. Check, smash.
Putting the tight end in motion.
79 Bronco. Go.
Trying again following the sack. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
70 range. Come on, set. Ready.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Chased out to his right. Pass complete to Duvernay. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He sends this one to the end zone. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. Second down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Let's go now.
Again, Daniels to the air. He's got a man left. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Typically, when you throw that comeback, you're looking for a little bit more yardage. But if you've heard me say it once, Kate, you'll hear me say it 100 times. Never, ever turn down a completion.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Go.
Hand off to Benson from the gun. Space to the left. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
65 Jack.
First down from the red zone. Buys time, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well to the sack.
And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Trap 60. Shut up. 18 rattle. Hut, hut.
Daniels, third and goal. From the pop. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Jason Sanders on for the field goal. From 37 yards in the right hash. Aubrey puts it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Sending a receiver left. From the 35 on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, it looked to me like this one, he leaves the pocket, and this is where you're out in the schoolyard, out on the playground, and you're looking for your buddy to find that connection. Unfortunately, receiver QB, they could not find the completion that time.
Jackson now on 3rd. He's going deep this time. This is intercepted by Devin Witherspoon. And the Cardinals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Give now to the running back. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Nnamdi Madubuike making that stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Curve 19. Check.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Benson's got it. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
19 Lions. Ready.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. On target to his man Higgins. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He lobs it deep middle. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, it just couldn't quite hang on.
Cut out left. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Check. 19 Tiger.
They've got a man in motion. Daniels on 1st down. Getting out to his left. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Ready. Set, go.
From the red zone now. And he can't escape this one. They get to him for a nice exclamation point to end this 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's the handoff. And the struggle seeping into the ground game now as he's held up at the line.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
6 DBs out there for the Ravens. Third down coming up.
Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer. Ready?
Daniels now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Marcus Williams has it. And the Ravens have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He does it! Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Go!
Now Daniels off the play action. On the move, headed right. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Here we go, here we go! Ready?
2nd and 8. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals now within 1 score in the 4th. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
They're on the 29-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Jackson to throw it. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Cardinals have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Here we go, Shaq. Panther Street, Panther Street. Check go.
Now Daniels to throw. Cash is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals now trail by just a point in the 4th. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to the well again. And not much there, but enough to get across the 45. 3 yards the pickup. Now it's 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Ravens with a little more work to do to win it here. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Looking to throw. Taking a shot. Deep down the field it goes. Oh, my goodness. It's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Right up the gut. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Here he is to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Now he takes it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now.
He's got London left side. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Okay, ready?
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Come 19, come 19, go! 19 Lions. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Back to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it at the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. An entire game coming down to this try by Jason Sanders. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. Angling this one in from the right hash to challenge here. That one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Hey! What is it? Hey, middle. 13. Hey!
One final shot here. Forced out to his right. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. It's intercepted. That will do it. And the Cardinals come up with the interception that clinches the win. So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So for my partner Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals.